Well, Sagittarius, the planets are certainly shaking up your life. And as we can see, the main area that is going to focus these planets' attention is this ninth sector of your horoscope. 9, in the scheme of things, has to do with your higher learning and your philosophical views, your religious predisposition. But this is more than just that. This, I think, has to do with redefining your life goals at this time, aligning your philosophical and ethical standards with what it is you do, who it is that you are. That's also shown very powerfully by the South Node, the past karma point, and Mars in the upper part of your horoscope. This part of your horoscope has to do with defining what it is you can become, the best that you can become. Here you must be careful, because as this South Node, which is called the headless part of the serpent, this is the tail of the serpent, this is the head, this is the tail is headless. So what I've found in my experience is that when this planet has an impact, especially in the angular areas of the horoscope like this, your career sector, headless means making decisions that may not necessarily be thought out well enough. And here also we see that impulsive Martian energy pushing you. You've got the drive right now, but that drive may cause you to err in terms of reasoning, thinking, and making sure you got all bases covered before you make any move. The full moon here on the 11th is also very, very important, because that focalizes the planetary and karmic energy on your finances, money, how you're earning. So maybe there's an emotional component to that, because the moon is an emotional planet, and that could be what is fueling that impulse in the career area and making you headless for the time being. There are a couple of other things that we note, and I want you to pay attention to that 9th area there, because this is going to define the foundation of some of these decisions. As I said at the beginning, it's one thing having a goal and pushing for it and exhibiting the ambition and drive, but is that aligned with who you are within yourself and what it is you truly are capable of doing? That's shown by this upper part of the horoscope. And by around the 22nd, when the sun moves into this area, and then on the 25th, this new moon taking place here, then we see that a new pattern is emerging. You already know that some of the attitudes and standards that you've set for yourself are either unrealistic, or in your heart of hearts, it just doesn't feel right. So the question is, how do you maneuver this? We can see that preceding that, the sun is in this 8th sector with your ruling planet, Jupiter. This Jupiter transit is going to spend approximately a year in this area. This 8th sector has to do with the deeper psychological aspects of your personality. And so this is focused, especially in the first part of July, up until the 22nd when it moves. And on the 18th, I said to keep your eye out on this Mercury, because it moves into its retrograde motion along with Saturn, Neptune, right? These planets are all retrograde. Pluto in your 3rd house also impacting this upper part of your chart. This new moon will be, I consider, the trigger point for opening you up to what I call the science of human possibilities. There it is there, 25th. Very, very clear. So here you have 2 sets of planets in the career sector, and here in the higher philosophical sector. This is also a learning sector, Sag. So It could be that some of the skill sets that you have are fine for what you've been doing, maybe for a long time. But this new moon points you into the direction of considering what other skills you may need to do what it is you really want to do. Perhaps you've resigned yourself to the type of work you're doing. But the new moon here is significant for that reason, that it gives you an opportunity to pull the curtains aside and have a look to the horizon beyond, which is part of your signature, right? That half man, half beast, aiming that arrow into the beyond. So this month is about that. It's about looking beyond where you've been, that stuckness, if you're stuck, and doing what it is you really love. That's very simple. So find out a little bit more about what I'm talking about at the links below, the astrology.com.au monthly forecast, a text-based forecast, to add a little bit of colour to what I've been saying. It'd be great if you could subscribe, that helps us. It'd be even more wonderful if you sent me a note, let me know your thoughts. If you've got any questions, I'm here to serve you in that sense. And I hope you'll be back next month. I'll be here waiting for you. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.